Let's also tell you of the latest coming in on the grenade attack that took place in India earlier today. One person has been arrested following that attack at the Jammu bus stand and has been identified as a link to the Hizbul Mujahideen terror outfit. The attack killed a teen while leaving at least 30 people injured. The Jammu and Kashmir police say that the grenade was placed below a State Road Transport Corporation bus and was placed underneath that bus. The suspect was arrested on the basis of questioning of several people. The CCTV camera footage and witness accounts as well were taken into consideration by the police so far. That's the latest coming in on the front of investigations. Now, police say the suspect has confessed to his crime and was tasked to throw the grenade by the district commander of the Hizbul Mujahideen in Kulgam.
In the initial rounds of questioning, he has confessed to his crime. His name is Yasir Javed Bhatt. He is son of Javed Ahmed Bhatt, resident of Khanpura, Dasen. He is also known by the name of Arhan. In the preliminary interrogation, he has revealed that he was tasked to throw this grenade by the district commander of Hizbul Mujahideen in Kulgam by the name of Farooq Ahmed Bhatt alias Umar.
Getting you the latest now coming in from Pakistan. Since the Pulwama terror attack in Kashmir, which was claimed by Pakistan-based terror outfit the Jaish-e-Mohammed, Pakistan has been pushed into a corner to clamp down on terror emanating from its soil. All eyes today were at a crucial cabinet meeting that concluded earlier in the evening. A decision was expected to be taken on whether or not Masood Azhar, the chief of the terror outfit Jaish-e-Mohammed, would be arrested as part of Pakistan's action against terror outfits under the National Action Plan that was announced. Pakistan so far remains non-committal on whether the arrest would be made. In fact, it says that the decision on the terror chief will be taken in quote-unquote national interest. Remember, Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan was to decide whether or not to arrest the Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Masood Azhar after an Interior Ministry meeting was held on Tuesday. And that decision will now likely be taken at another high-level meeting. WION's Anas Malik today put forth a pointed question to the spokesperson of Pakistan's Foreign Ministry on Masood Azhar. Take a listen in to what was said.
Foreign Minister recently made a statement with regards to the UN listing of Masood Azhar at Pakistan will have to take its decisive decision by the 12th of March. Yesterday we saw the Chinese State Councillor as well in his visit. So has there been any decision in that?
Masood Azhar, the decision will be taken in our national interest.
So the focus now is shifting to a high-level meeting that Imran Khan is to chair. Masood Azhar failed to figure as an elaborate point of discussion in the cabinet meeting held earlier today due to the absence of the Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi. The heads of the three military services and the ISI are expected to participate in the scheduled high-level meeting, which is to take place. The big question now is, will Imran Khan give his consent for Masood Azhar's arrest? The arrest could have major law and order implications in the country. Remember, amid mounting pressure, Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Masood Azhar's son and brother were among the 44 members of the banned terrorist outfits placed under preventive detention on Tuesday by Pakistan. Local administration also took control of as many as 182 seminaries run by banned outfits. 121 people have been detained from various parts of the country in the ongoing crackdown against banned outfits. The operation is being carried out under the National Action Plan, which Pakistan's State Minister for Interior said would continue until its objectives are met. At least 25 mosques of the Jamaat-ud-Dawa, the Falah-e-Insaniyat Foundation and other banned outfits have been taken over by the government. Most of these mosques are located on the outskirts of Islamabad. And that action coming in the backdrop of intensified global pressure on Pakistan to clamp down on terror. Meanwhile, the former president of Pakistan, General Pervez Musharraf, has reiterated that the Jaish-e-Mohammed was instrumental in carrying out attacks on Indian soil during his tenure. In a telephonic interview to a Pakistani channel, Musharraf has claimed that not only did the Jaish-e-Mohammed carry out 2 assassination attempts on him, but also suggested that the Pakistan government was using the terror outfit. He was responding to a question as to why he did not take any action against the Jaish-e-Mohammed leadership under his rule, to which Musharraf claimed that Pakistan's intelligence agencies were using the terror group to carry out bombings in India. A 2-minute clip of that interview that was put out on social media has since gone viral. Take a listen in.
वो ज़माना और था जिसमें हमारी इंटेलिजेंस वाले इन्वॉल्व उसमें टिट फॉर टैट हो रहा था बिटवीन इंडिया एंड पाकिस्तान. वो पाकिस्तान में बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट वगैरह करवा रहे थे, हम उधर करवा रहे थे. तो ये चलता रहता था सिलसिला उस जमाने में शुरू में. तो उस सिलसिले में इन्होंने कोई खास कार्रवाई नहीं की, तो मैंने भी इंसिस्ट नहीं किया.
And hailing reports of the crackdown on the terror organizations, Musharraf said that Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists attempted to assassinate him as well.
क्योंकि मैं भी इनको हमेशा कहता रहा हूँ कि ये टेररिस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है. इन्होंने ही तो मेरे ऊपर सुसाइड अटैक किया, तो और तो बाकी तो लिहाजा ये टेररिस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है और इनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई पूरी होनी चाहिए. आई एम वेरी हैप्पी कि गवर्नमेंट टफ स्टैंड ले रही है इनके खिलाफ.
Now, that statement from Pervez Musharraf comes even as Pakistan is facing intensified heat from the Financial Action Task Force. The anti-terror financing watchdog has been pushing Pakistan to clamp down on terror funding and to act against terror organizations operating on its soil. In related developments, Mumbai attack mastermind Hafiz Saeed suffered a setback today. The United Nations rejected his appeal to delist him from its list of banned terrorists. India, France, the US and the UK had opposed the plea of the terrorists at the world body. Significantly faced with global outrage, Pakistan did not oppose the UN action. In fact, Pakistan blocked the visa requests of the UN officials who were to interview Hafiz Saeed as part of that process. India had provided detailed evidence of Saeed's terror activities. Saeed, who was also the head of the UN-designated terrorist organization Jammu, was banned in December 2008 by the UN Security Council after the Mumbai terror attacks. He had filed an appeal with the United Nations in 2017 while under house arrest in Pakistan. The ongoing tensions between India and Pakistan have been making headlines across the world. The international media has been closely covering the major developments since the Pulwama terror attack in Kashmir, in which 40 CRPF personnel were killed. But the Western media's coverage of the standoff comes across as biased. Sample this, the New York Times report, which questions India's capability of waging a war. The article declared that the dogfight between the Indian and Pakistani Air Force jets was a rather humbling experience for India. The article faced intense criticism. The article also failed to report the Indian statement on India's MiG-21 Bison shooting down Pakistan's F-16 jet. And then there's the coverage by CNN. The American-based news channel consistently stated that New Delhi had blamed Pakistan-based terror outfits for the suicide attack in Kashmir. It did not bother to mention that the Pakistan-based Jaish-e-Mohammed terror outfit had itself claimed responsibility for the Pulwama terror attack and even released a video showing the suicide bomber making a statement which was recorded before the attack. Amid the ongoing tensions and the circulation of contradicting reports, Western media appears to be blind to Islamabad's double-speak. Pakistan first claimed that 2 Indian aircraft were shot down and that they had 2 Indian pilots. It then changed the claim to 1 pilot and 1 aircraft, a clear indication that Islamabad was willing to play with facts for the world's consumption. And let's not forget the difference in the coverage of a terror attack in the West and a terror attack on Indian soil. The West has often called attacks in the US and the UK as geostrategic, while attacks in India are often labelled as being regional. Embattled Chinese telecom giant Huawei is suing the United States even as its chief financial officer Meng Wanzhou faces potential extradition to America. Huawei says that the suit was filed in a U.S. district court challenging a 2019 U.S. defense bill that prevents the U.S. government agencies from buying Huawei equipment and services. The lawsuit is Huawei's latest attempt to fight back against U.S. warnings that the company could serve as a Trojan horse for China's intelligence services. In return, they've accused the U.S. government of hacking its servers and stealing its emails.
The U.S. government has long branded Huawei a threat. It has hacked our servers and stolen our emails and source code.
The US says Huawei equipment could be manipulated by China's communist government to spy on other countries and disrupt critical communications. In fact, Washington has urged several nations to shun the company, just as the company is expected to lead with the advent of ultra-fast 5G telecommunications. For days now, Huawei has been responding with an aggressive PR campaign to counter America's warnings. Just yesterday, its chief financial officer, Meng Wanzhou, began her legal battle against extradition to the US to face fraud charges. Meng faces a May 8 hearing in Vancouver, where she was arrested while changing planes. And the government of India has decided to completely ban the import of plastic waste or scrap into the country. This will be a major step in tackling plastic waste and pollution. India has emerged as one of the world's largest importers of plastic waste. What's more, the country already generates close to 25,940 tons of plastic waste every day. Nearly half, or to be precise, 10,376 tons, remains uncollected and therefore untreated. The problem compounded as India had only partially banned plastic waste and allowed special economic zones to import the same. However, companies misuse it and nearly 40% of imported plastic waste remains uncollected, polluting soil and water bodies. Remember, the country lacks the full capacity to recycle such waste. India plans to completely phase out single-use plastic by the year 2022. An university in Israel unveiled a collection of 110 manuscript pages written by Albert Einstein, many of which, it said, have never been displayed before. They include handwritten mathematical notes, most from 1944 to 1948, and also an appendix which the school said was thought to be lost, to a paper on unfield theory that the German-born physicist presented to the Prussian Academy of Science way back in 1930. Einstein, who developed the theory of relativity, a pillar of modern science, tried unsuccessfully for decades to prove another concept. The electromagnetism and gravity were different manifestations of a single fundamental field.
Papers reflect the way Einstein was thinking, the way Einstein was working. Most of them, in his handwriting, are mathematical derivations, mathematical calculations with very little text. They are summaries of his thoughts. Whenever something struck him, a new idea, he sat down immediately, scribbled it, looking for its consequences.
The university officials say they received the papers as a donation to the 80,000-item Albert Einstein archives from a foundation in Chicago after they were purchased from a private collector in North Carolina. Einstein, who settled in the United States after renouncing his German citizenship when Adolf Hitler came to power, bequeathed his scientific and personal writings to Hebrew University. Einstein, who won the 1921 Nobel Prize for Physics, died in New Jersey in 1955.